Well, you've heard of the armchair quarterback. Well, how about the lazy boy shopper? Thanks to a locally produced cable network, you can shop for just about anything these days just by watching TV. Tonight on News 11 Extra, Melissa Young reports the network is now seen coast to coast and it's growing fast.
Take a look at the hottest innovation in shopping since the invention of the charge card.
The marvel they're pitching is the Cable Value Network, a 5-month-old home shopping network available on cable systems across the country.
It's yours if you dial in our toll-free line, 1-800.
And this is Carmela Richards. People magazine calls her the Vanna White of cable. She and a slew of other sellers make their pitch live 18 hours a day from this studio in Plymouth.
Okay, we're going over to the stereo next.
From your living room, you can shop for just about anything, from coats and cameras to stereos and stuffed toys. CVN is the brainchild of Ted Deichel, chairman of COM, the closeout and mail-order merchandiser. Deichel predicts a strong future for CVN.
Because there's just one or two of us out there right now, and the consumer has indicated very strongly that he or she is ready to buy this way. There's no more convenient way.
While the talent make their pitch on the air, some 200 operators are upstairs answering questions and filling orders.
Keep an eye out for it. I'll tell you what, I'll give you the number on it. It's 2223.
So far, they're averaging 8,000 to 10,000 calls a day with access to 4 million cable viewers. By December, that number will more than double, and they're expecting sales to do the same. CVN officials say earlier attempts to shop through cable television failed because the technology overshot the basic idea, to sell something. They're hoping this system will prove the full potential of television is still untapped. Melissa Young, News 11 in Plymouth.
Ironically, the locally produced network cannot be seen on local cable systems, but CVN says it should be seen on Twin Cities Cable later this fall.
Merchandise to sell it at discount prices. The company says it wants to concentrate more on its mail order sales, which generate some $100 million each year, and its cable television sales network. COM officials say they're already talking to potential buyers, and they expect any new owner to retain the same product and to continue to employ the 550 workers at the COM company.
COM already has the largest cable circulation in the country with some 4 million subscribers, and COM expects that number to triple in 1987. That should mean some $100 million in revenues by the end of next year. Pulling out of the retail store business means 41 COM stores will close in 6 states.
The company, in fact, is selling jewelry to some 9 million cable viewers nationwide. All they have to do is pick up the telephone and place an order.
The company is called the Cable Value Network, and as Terry Sater can explain live from their sales headquarters in Plymouth, they are trying to sell 135,000 pieces of jewelry over the next 3 days. That's a lot of jewelry, Terry.
It's an awful lot of jewelry, John. We're here again live in the studios of the Cable Value Network. Those sales crews are working behind me right now, selling jewelry to people watching their television sets in 50 states all across the nation. The Cable Value Network says this will probably be one of its busiest days of the year. So far, they've had about 20,000 phone calls from people wanting to buy jewelry. They say their two biggest selling points for people to video shop are prices are about 50% below retail. They buy the things in quantity, they buy out stores that have gone out of business, and they sell name brand merchandise to the people that call up over the phone. They say one of their other big selling points is that people don't have to park, and there's no traffic and no ice and snow to deal with. But I asked the head of the Cable Value Network if video shopping takes away from the romanticism of Christmas shopping.
This doesn't replace traditional ways of shopping. There's a segment of the people that want to shop this way. It'll augment traditional shopping. It'll be very large, the same way catalog and direct mail shopping is, and nobody has that problem with catalog shopping.
This is what video shopping looks like, of course. You can see here they're selling jewelry, watches, pendants, brooches, all sorts of things this weekend. The Cable Value Network began in September. They started programming 24 hours a day. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, when you get off of the late shift, you can turn on your television set and start doing your Christmas shopping. They estimate they reach 9 million homes with cable TV. Of course, it's hard to tell how many people are watching at any given time. They say it also works well for handicapped people or elderly people who can't get out of their homes. The sales crews work 4-hour shifts, again, around the clock, and they have 150 operators working at any one time to take those calls people call in toll-free down in Patton.
Okay, where can one see that on television in the Twin Cities?
Well, they can turn on their cable TV. It's on several different stations, apparently, it depends on which cable system you have.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much, Terry. We ought to tell the folks that the Cable Value Network will be trying to sell that jewelry and other goods today.